I'm just going to go ahead and move forward and bring the meeting to order. And can I get a motion to approve April's minutes, please?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Okay, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Monica, did you say aye?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And Sarah should be coming on shortly. Is that enough ayes to move forward?
Yes.
Okay.
We move on to the first plan now.
Well, I want to wait for, okay, there's Sarah.
Okay.
Wait till Sarah's fully connected and then we can move on to the first plan.
Okay.
All right, Sarah, Sarah's on.
Erin,
All right,
are we streaming already?
Yeah, we're recorded.
Okay.
So I see Brandon and Renelda are on. These are all HACP contracts, so I feel like we can move forward and start the meeting. Apasna, if you want to go through the first one. You're on mute, honey.
Yeah, sorry. So this one's the 412 Boulevard of Allies, the Housing Authority project. And if Brandon or Renelda can give us an overview.
And it's broken down into 4 contracts.
Yeah, there's
Sorry.
4 contracts.
Yes, this is broken down into 4, yes. So this is the total amount, and I'll just move on. Should I move on to the next, the subsection of this contract?
Well, why don't you let Brandon and Renelda
Yeah, okay.
explain it, please?
Yeah.
Okay,
All
go
right,
ahead, Renelda.
sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for just giving us the opportunity to present these plans to you. So we do have a couple or quite a few plans different from last month. But the first plan I'll start with is the 412 Boulevard of the Allies HACP office build out. It has been separated into 4 plans. That's for our general contractor, our mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Just thought it would make things a little easier. These are the plans for the construction of HACP's new administration office location downtown. And so for the first one, the prime is Licarius Construction. The prime will have 4 contractors, Cooper Trading and Rebuilding. They are the MBEs on the contract. And Braden and McSweeney and Low Country are the WBEs. Cooper Trading is at 8%, and we have Reed, which will have 22.8%, and Braden and McSweeney 0.7%, and Low Country and Solutions at 11% for the WBEs. This project is supposed to be 180 days. If all goes well, we'll start at the end of this month in May, and construction should be completed by the end of the year, December. That's give or take. So I can answer any questions if you have any for our general contractor.
Do you guys just want us to go over the entire project? Because we had to break them up because of the Separations Act. That's why you got 4 different submissions for one project.
Well, let me ask you something, Brandon. So these numbers, this percentage, the 30.8 and these contractors and the 11.7, is that the percentage for the total of all 4?
No, so the total of all 4 is about 4.1 million. We have a 21% MBE and a 14% WBE for the entire project.
Okay. And you're above the goals for each section of it as well, correct?
We were a little light on the MBE for the mechanical, but if you put everything together, we exceeded the goals.
Okay. Just pause and just scroll through.
I'm just going to open the other
for partner
Yeah, Chuck, just give me a minute.
Okay,
on another line.
So this one was A.
yeah. We'll just take a quick peek
Yeah.
at each one.
What's the question? I can answer the question, but I didn't hear it.
So we are just going through the, each of those contracts is broken.
The total on the first contract is 4.1 million. It's $4,171,557. The total MBE on that project is $980,762 at 21.78%. The WBE on that, the first contract is $591,638 at 14.18%. Did they hear me?
Did you guys hear that? I can repeat those numbers.
Went over all that.
Can somebody let me? Did you come in?
No.
I'm trying to get in.
Apasna, tell him, please, that Brandon just reviewed all that.
Yeah, Chuck, Brandon just, he did give us an overview of that.
Can you ask Alex to let the person in the waiting room into the meeting?
Yeah, Alex, can you, let in Chuck, he's in the waiting room.
I'm on another line.
He's on another line.
Okay. Go to C.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Am I in the meeting?
Yes.
Go to C, please.
Turn up the sound for me. Good. I'll be about 15 minutes. Okay, I'm in the meeting?
Yes,
Chuck, you're
Chuck.
in the meeting.
Okay. It's
So-
crazy. So what's the question? I didn't hear the last question. I'm sorry.
It's not a question. It's been answered,
Oh.
and we're moving on to C, please.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'll be back.
Okay. Those all look good too.
We'll move on to the next one.
Yes, please. Okay. All right, commissioners, have you seen everything that satisfies your needs here? Yes? If anybody has any questions, could you ask them now?
I don't have any questions. I just have a comment. So it is good to see Low Country Business Solutions on the contract. That is one of the companies stemming from RCI. So I'm familiar with Mona Mini.
Oh, that's awesome. Anybody else have any questions for Brandon or Renelda? No? Can I get a
The numbers are
motion?
great. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Great. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Wonderful. All right, let's move on to 2105-2.
Okay.
All right, this is another housing authority. Renaldo, if you want to just give us a quick overview.
Yep, this is for our professional ADA and UFA as third-party certification services. There are two primes on the contract, Tri-State Design and Development and Bureau Veritas Technical Assessments. Our MBE number is at 46.5% and the WBE is at 16%. It's a 5-year contract and they will review and certify that all wheelchair UFAS items are compliant and they meet with all the rules and regulations with the ADA and any fair housing requirements as well.
So is this, this is just a question because I'm curious. So are they going back and bringing the grandfathered in buildings up to code? Is that what's happening?
I believe so, but Brandon, can you clarify?
Yeah, so at the authority, we do have goals of making sure that the reasonable accommodations are met. A lot of this has to do with updating and any new developments we may do or new projects, they'll coordinate with our reasonable accommodation department and the development modernization to make sure that all the plans get reviewed for ADA and UFAS compliance.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. Okay, commissioners, does anybody have any questions regarding this contract? No? Okay, can I get a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Okay.
Second.
All right, thanks, Dr. Hall. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. All right, let's go on to 2105-03. Another housing authority. Ronaldo, if you want to give us a synopsis.
Yeah, this is our technical accounting services. The prime of the project is TAG Associates. They will be providing technical assistance, training, and financial assistance to the HACP Financial Services Department. It is a 5-year agreement with them. Our MBE is at 10% and WBE is at 10%. There are 3 subcontractors on the project, and another MBE or WBE will join as a sub. She is currently going through the process now to obtain her certification.
Okay, so my question is, were there no local companies that could have performed this work? Did any local companies submit a proposal for it?
So there are no geographical limits.
Or there aren't any, I should say.
And TAG Associates, they were the most responsive and responsible bidder to the bid that was put out. And so due to the scope of the project, they have the experience, the personnel, and a fully equipped team to perform the requirements of the contract.
Yeah, there were 4 total companies that submitted proposals. 2 were local. 1 was BDO, who is also not local. They're humongous. But TAG was the highest scoring whenever we sent everything out for the evaluation. So therefore the winner. You don't get extra points for being local. You do get extra points though for meeting the MBEWB goals. Unfortunately, as Renelda said earlier, they did have an extra WBE that actually would have been 10 and 20% was the total. But long story short, her certification lapsed and she is applying for new certification. So we plan to update the numbers because that's our report card too, to make sure the numbers are better. So once she gets her certification up, we will send it over to you all with an updated cert.
Is MA Massachusetts, right?
Yes.
So is their certification process lengthy, or, I mean, what's the anticipation that she was already certified, so I take that into account as well. How long does it take if you let it lapse?
Well, so it's more than just her certification. I believe she's out of Maryland, not Massachusetts. That vendor.
Okay.
I guess I don't want to air her dirty laundry, but she had to restart the business. Her business paperwork was closed through a clerical error, so she had to get recertified as a business and then get her certification as a WBE.
Okay.
Is there any,
Oh, go ahead. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry,
Go ahead.
is there any objection to kind of including that information on the synopsis, like at the bottom where that we have kind of notes to include that information so that, because we won't ever see the updated version.
What information do you want included on there?
That there's an additional sub that will be added.
Yeah, but how would you like to see that? Because we don't know the time frame. She might be added in the next month. She might be added in the next year. how do you want me to phrase that?
Yeah, and you could hedge it, Chuck, just so that it says, there's the potential that an additional sub for 10% WBE will be added in the future.
Well,
Is
I think she is going to be doing the work regardless of the certification. She still
Okay.
she's on the contract. She's already been contracted, which once her certification, it would adjust these percentages. That's all. She's getting the contract regardless of the certification.
Right. That
Because
update
she's
reflects,
working with this company, right? This Tag Associates
yeah,
has worked
Yeah.
with this woman-owned business before.
that gets reflected, I believe, in the mayor's report information that we send over, the utilization information.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's our report card too. So any participation we can get is a bonus. So when we get that number, we update our own paperwork, which I guess would go to the the new mayor. I don't know what new processes are going to happen after this election. So, but I know the current administration gets a report on a quarterly basis, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we get a quarter housing report basis on your progress, Brandon. Yes, but like you said, Brandon, I don't know how this is going to play out in the new year.
Okay. The reason I know that information is because, Chuck and I get together and go over these prior to. So I had that information prior to this. So I understand where you're coming from. If there could just be a quick note at the bottom saying this percentage will increase post another woman-owned business completing their certification process. Just something like that. I mean, just so it's in there so we can bring it up for discussion. You don't have to get into too much detail.
Yeah, it'll be added it'll be added in the minutes too, so it'll be recorded there.
Okay.
Yes, I will make sure. I will make sure it's on the synopsis and in the minutes.
All right, that's cool. That's great. Does anybody have any further questions for Renelda and Brandon?
I don't have any further questions. I would like some more local companies attached to these contracts. I think that's our goal, is to build up the local ecosystem in terms of minority and women. But we do understand there's some challenges, and you want the high quality work, so you may have to reach outside of Pennsylvania. But I would just like to see, a concentrated effort. That's more or less.
I will say to Renelda's credit for this, she did find a couple certified firms that are local, but through the RFP process, the cream rises to the top, and if they don't get the most points, the way the CFR is structured is we don't really have any option to do anything else. But I would say is for us, it was a success that she was able to increase and get 3 more proposals than from 3 new vendors this time around.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. So
especially for a professional services contract.
Kudos to you, Ronaldo. I'm not trying to,
especially for how difficult it is for all the accounting for RAD conversions and everything that has to go to HUD. I mean, it's tough to find people that can specialize, and she found a couple of them. So hopefully they'll keep submitting on different, maybe smaller things that we need to do.
Sounds good.
Brandon, can you explain the point system? Is that something that's through legislation, or that you all have developed, or how?
So for all housing authorities, we have to develop a point system for scoring professional services. When we put out an RFP, in the RFP documents, we outline the categories. Like it's usually out of 100 points. So I think this one, and I can pull it up here to give you the specific number. But I think it's usually like your experience is worth maybe 20 points. And hang on, I'll pull it up here. I can even read it off of the RFP.
Well, Brandon, obviously what I'm getting at is that, could that be changed? Could local get a few points?
No, we cannot give. Yeah, we can't do anything with locality because
this is a HUD requirement, right?
Yeah, it restricts competition by adding a local thing in here. But what we do is we have MBE is worth 10% of your points. So if you're short of the goals, it's a good way to lose. I mean, it's a difference maker between MBE and Section 3 combined. It's 25% of the points. So,
Mm.
I mean, it's a good way to lose your possibility if you just blow it off. So,
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to understand where that was coming from.
yeah.
All right. You guys good with the questions? Anybody else have anything to ask? No? Can I get a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Okay, can I get a second? James, seconds? All those in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, all your contracts are approved and moving forward, Housing Authority. Thanks so much for your due diligence.
We got one more,
Oh,
one
we got
more,
One more, I'm sorry.
one more.
What, did we not go over this one?
No, you didn't go over 04.
Oh, I mean, you and I. Okay, I don't have it written down. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this beautiful contract.
Yep, this is our mobility counseling. The prime is the Comprehensive Relocation and Housing Services. So they are local. They are an MBE as well. And so that's 93% of the contract. It's a 2-year contract. They will be providing or helping with our Housing Choice Voucher Program and providing pre-moving services, financial literacy, job training, and assistance with relocation.
Oh, I do remember this one. So this was like this is per work order, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a little different.
It's based off of, it's based off of the critical task of the individuals, right? That they can able to meet
Right.
some of the goals. This is kind of new for us, so I don't really have the greatest subject knowledge to reiterate it. This is kind of a new thing with HUD trying to, well, at least for us, this is rather new.
Okay, so is this contract not able to be subbed out? This company is going to do all the work, correct?
That
believe-
is, yes, it's
Is
a
that right?
professional services contract. And so due to the scope of the services, we only have one prime for this one.
Okay, I understand how this contract is being deployed, but if any of the commissioners have questions for Ronaldo.
I'm just curious why, if there are no subs, why it's not 100%.
So if, so if a contract is 100%, the maximum amount of an MBE can receive is 93%. And
Oh.
so the remaining 7 would have to go to an MB or WBE.
So because non-certified firms are held to the goal standard of 18 and 7, we felt that as far as I'm trying to remember how this was put legally to me, but if you are not certified, you have to find 18 and 7. If you are certified as an MBE, you still have the responsibility to find the 7. So you cannot count 100%. If you're an MBE, you can be 93. And if you're a WBE, you have the responsibility of including an MBE at 18. So the most a WBE would be is 82, which I think you'll see a lot of times companies that are certified as both. And we claim the MBE portion because it's an extra 9 points.
I get it.
That's our view. I don't know if the city has a different view, but that's how
No, we do the same thing, Brandon, basically.
That's really interesting. This is the first time that I've even noticed this or came across this.
Yeah, we want to try to make sure everybody gets a slice of the pie, and by doing that, we encourage other minorities to partner with other certified firms to partner with another certified firm.
So what happens if they don't find another firm?
Well, we will move forward with this. We were comfortable moving forward with this company. That's why we brought it to you guys for you to approve. because we felt that, I mean, this was a pretty big need and it was a good win for us to find a certified firm to do this kind of work.
Do the whole thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I don't have an issue with the contract. I'm just curious about if you're withholding that 7% and in doing the work, they don't have a sub or they don't find a sub, what happens to the 7%?
No, they still, so they'll get paid 100%. We're not
Okay.
going to dock 7% of the pay.
Okay,
We don't count it in our MBE, WBE goals as 100%. So
It's
they
just for
still get paid the
submission
full amount.
purposes.
Yeah, no, I understand now. No, we don't dock their payments.
gotcha.
Does anybody else have questions? No? Okay, can I get a motion?
I'll move, so moved.
Okay, thank you,
Monica.
Monica. Can I get a second?
Second,
Okay, Jenny. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion passes. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon and Ronaldo. I'll be talking to you guys. Thank you.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So we're going to go over the ITQs.
Yeah, I just
Yes,
wanted to update you all on the ITQ orders and about the ITQ companies. So first of all, I just wanted to share there were 4 recent ITQ work orders, out of which 2, one DOMI, one DPW is less than 50,000. So I won't get into the details. But the other 2, the first one is construction management and inspection for Antigone Circle. And the prime is Michael Baker International. The cost is 65,000. They don't have any subs. And the other one is the McCandless Avenue stair replacement. And this is the prime is H.W. Lochner, and they don't have any subs on it. The project cost is 73,000, a little over 73,000. So how they've explained it, that they are going to hire some minority subcontractors, but they won't sort of enter into a formal contract with them. So these were the ITQ work orders. And as regards the ITQ companies, like last year, we have a batch of ITQ companies, which we'll bring it to you for approval. So we just got those today from procurement. We'll do our reviewing and due diligence. And if it's all right, we will send it over to you in a week's time, highlight if there are any issues, and get your approval via email.
I'm okay with that. Are you guys okay with it? Getting something emailed over and then
just for the first batch, we'll make sure that the next batch that comes around, we'll include it in the June meeting.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Thank
fine.
you.
Yep, thank you.
All right.
Okay, guys, and the last thing is a little update for me. Next month, this is going crazy with me. I've already switched locations 3 times and it's just not working for me. So next month, I'm going to do the meeting from the office from downtown. So I'm gonna try to reserve the room also. So if you're downtown next month and you just want to come up there to sit for the meeting, that's what I'm gonna try to do. My question to the commission chair earlier today was, how do you feel about us keeping our meetings on Thursdays?
I'm fine. I'm fine with Thursdays.
Commissioners, everybody?
Yeah, that works. I'm fine with
This
that.
time
Yeah,
works for
we
me.
talked about that, Chuck. I'm good.
If I can
Great.
join via Zoom, I won't have as many conflicts that way, but I wouldn't be
Yes.
able to get downtown.
Well, we had
That's
talked about
fine.
last month, we're leaving it, we're gonna leave them virtual, just,
Right.
not even just for us, but for
Right.
the subs, the primes. It's just too hard for them to try to park downtown. There's, they don't
Right.
have leases for parking, and we get better participation this way anyway.
Station this way. Right. And you'll be able to do both, Commissioner. You'll be able to come in downtown if you wish, or you'll be able to do it virtually, because I'm gonna have things set up in the room that we met, the video room we met in with the big screens. So I'll have all that hooked up so we can use both ways. You can either come to the meeting or do it virtual, whatever best for you.
Okay,